Bob Show 97.9. What a great day today, even though it was raining today, man. And rainy, but it had a little wind blowing due to the storms and stuff coming or whatever, being out there in the midst or whatever. So the weather been kind of nice, man. I don't like it too hot. I like it to be just right, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you talk about wellness, man, health, working out, I think that I'm about to bring you guys the perfect person. Not only is she an amazing person, I'm talking about this is a ball of just good energy, good spirit, man. And I'm talking about just an all around great person. We're gonna learn some stuff today. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna have some fun. I'm talking about the one, the only fitness wellness instructor, the one and only Hilary Curwen. Let's get up in here. What's going on? Look at that smile. Look, I told y'all.
Hi.
What is going on? How are you today?
I'm good. I just came back from playing tennis with a friend of mine. It was really, I just started getting back into tennis since I was like a kid. So that was fun.
So look, now, being that you said that, are you good or are you just kind of like?
No, I'm like very average, except I'm very strong. And so I can hit the ball very hard and like half the time it'll go over and like half the time it'll get in and it'll be like in the street. So,
Right.
you know, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, with that being said, you're better than me. I tell you that. You're better than me. I love to play. I got to brush my skills. I'm more like a bowling guy.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I went to visit I went to visit my family a month ago, and that's when I was like, you know what? Tennis is having a moment right now. So I'm going to practice with my dad. He's going to give me some tips. And then I came back and I was like, yeah, I'm not the worst anymore.
Thank you so much for just blessing us with this amazing opportunity to just get to know you. My listeners can get to know you and just hang out with you for a little while and learn some stuff too today. Thank you so much. Now, so okay, your day's been great. Obviously, you're smiling. You know, you're always smiling. You know, that's great. Just good energy. I like to plug into that good energy. But how have things been for you in 2020? I know, being that it took a turn on us, things have just been all over the place and been crazy. I would like to start there though, and then we can kind of ease our way into the conversation, but just to see how things have been for you, for your family. Has everything been good on your end, and how have you been dealing with everything that's been going on thus far?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a hot mess. And when the pandemic happened, I was really quick in reacting to what to do next. So that I give myself like props for. That night when, all the studios and gyms and all that were closed, I reached out to like everyone I knew and just was like, I'm doing Zoom classes. And I think I was probably the first one that I knew that I started Zoom stuff like the next day. So in the beginning, I wasn't suffering, it was a transition, and I was happy that I like jumped in that quickly and that I was able to, more than anything, it was really great to be helping people when they didn't know what to do. So it felt the sense of like, I'm doing something, I have a purpose. And that felt great. And then, not gonna lie, it's after, a few months, it was a little bit of a struggle because the nature of working out, so I teach Pilates, I have a Pilates business, and the nature of right now of teaching from home is tough. it's tough because people get sick of it at a certain point. They're like, I'm over it. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in my house.
Right.
And I get that. So it's definitely been a roller coaster. And my family lives in Denver. And so I went to visit them for a little while with my little sister. And I'm lucky my little sister lives in LA too. So it can be worse. It's like some days emotionally I wake up and it's like very sad. And then other days I'm not that bad. It's great. Great-ish,
Right.
Yeah. So
good as it could be, huh? Good. I mean, good as it could be.
Yeah. And I think there's, it feels good more than anything when you're able to make an impact on someone else and do work that actually helps other people. I have friends in, advertising and stuff, and it's been more challenging for them because they feel like the work they're doing is not really benefiting anyone. And so, yeah, I'm grateful for that. And yeah.
Right. Now Pilates, I want to go there too, but before we go there with explaining what it is for my listeners who may not know, the ones that don't know, I'd like to get educated a little bit more on it myself. What were you doing before that? Like what inspired you and gave you the vision to want to go down this lane, or if it was this lane in the beginning or something else prior to this?
Yeah. So I have been an actress for, I went to school for acting. Then I'm from New York, and then I moved out to LA, and I was also a gymnast. So I was a gymnast in college. I went to Syracuse and I was a college gymnast. And before moving out to LA, I was like, I'm not going to be a server and do the whole thing actresses do. So I wanted to continue to be in fitness. So I became a personal trainer. And then I moved to LA, was personal training and acting. And then I had taken a Pilates class once or something, and it was awesome. It was just, my body felt so good. And I just love the body. I've been active since I was a kid. I've been doing gymnastics and soccer, and this is just my way. My art form is also fitness.
Right.
And I took this Pilates class, and I was like, this is the best. Why isn't everyone doing this? It's like, I felt like it was this big secret. It just transforms your body. And so I just jumped in, was certified in Pilates immediately, and was teaching for a while as like my side gig.
Right.
And then I went through this turned 30, and I decided this isn't my side gig. I want to put enough passion into this because I love it. Why aren't I giving it the work, the amount of time and the effort that it deserves?
Right.
So I had a shift there. I still was acting, but I shifted towards like, I'm going to treat this as a real job.
Right.
And then I kind of ran with that. And so I was teaching out of people's homes. So I was teaching at studios, Pilates studios, and then just privately. So I was building my business on really doing private clients and to offices and trying to get people to work out that normally maybe hadn't done Pilates before or had injuries or whatever that was. I wanted people to feel good about themselves and have energy and all that stuff. So, and then the pandemic happened. So then I had to transform my business again because it was no longer going to people's homes.
Right.
So,
you have to do the virtual thing, try to configure it and try to figure all that out. Now, what's the difference between Pilates, doing Pilates and just working out?
Yeah. So Pilates is strength-based exercises, and it's based in rehab. And it's all based in your core. So the work, you don't have to use weights. I mean, you can use like light weights if you're using anything, but you can use bands and sliding discs. It's all working about every like muscle in your body and smaller muscles. So it's as opposed to thinking of just doing squats with weights, like putting weights on your shoulders and like big deep dead squats. You're maybe lying on your side and you're lifting a leg and you're pulsing the leg 20 times, and then you're holding it, and then you're lifting your hip. So there's like these small contractions, these small muscle groups that are working in order to work the entire body. So it's just very strenuous and it's very specific.
Got you. Got you. Now, the origin of it, like, where was it? Like,
Yeah.
was it originated like as far as like a physical in a physical therapy form
Yeah.
or something like that? Injury, recovery.
Yeah, it was based on rehab. So Joseph Pilates invented it, and it's transformed over the years. But he was, I believe, he was a dancer. I think it has its origins like slightly in dance, but he called it controlology, I guess, and yeah, based in rehab. And so it's breathing, and it was very specific to finding alignment in the body and supporting our joints. So we are working all these muscles together to have like the strongest spine, really to like hold your body upright. And then over the years, Pilates transformed into this, contemporary and high intensity Pilates. Like you're usually on reformers. I used to teach on a reformer. There's this big machine. It's like this big bed, and it has these handles that you pull.
Right.
And you can do it on the mat. It's just different ways of moving the body. But there's like reformer, and then there's a jump board, and you're jumping. And so there's all these variations that it's kind of gone through, which is really cool. I think that's
right.
It's just always changing. So
I mean, I was looking at some of your videos, and it gets intense now.
It's really hard.
It gets intense. I'm talking about. I seen one way you were kind of, you were just holding it. I'm like, yo, like I actually tried it, and I collapsed to the floor. I was like, I just couldn't hold it anymore.
It's
probably
so hard.
Totally out of shape. Pandemic weight. But you are managing to keep it together. My thing is this, because like I said, I've been sleeping under a rock on you, but now being exposed to you, it's just amazing coming into your world, learning more about you, and you being so multi-talented. My thing is even doing within my research, seeing that you're in hell of an actor as well. So my thing is like that lane could continue to be explored as well, because you're so good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like why not just, and I understand, the way that you explained it, but I guess when an outsider see, other talents, and they see that talent, and we're in this business, and it's like, yo, like she really like unnatural with it.
Yeah.
What really kind of like, were you like, what? I just really don't want to go that way with it. Like,
no, here's the thing. I could never give it up, because like, that's right. I'm good at it, and I love it. Thank you. No, and I love it. I went to school for it, and it's the best. But I think it's taken me a long time to realize to be successful in it doesn't always mean just because you're really good at it doesn't mean you're going to be successful. And I want to not ever have to rely on anyone for anything. And so as I get older, I want to continue to make movies. So I've made a short film. I produced and started a short film last year, and I was going to in April, but then pandemic. And I want to continue to make art because I love it, not because I'm relying on it to put food on the table. So
with that being said, not to cut you off, I like that point. That's a very important point, because on my show I try to educate my listeners as well, because it's going to be some inspiring listener or somebody who and you have some fans as well, because I got fan email, and we're gonna seriously, like I'm talking about, like for real. With saying that, do you think that that could play a major role in as far as like the way that you just described it, as far as the passion, or it being like a relying source that's involved in? Do you think that adds extra pressure onto it with traveling and trying to be an actor?
I don't know if there's extra pressure. What I've realized all in the past several years, and this is really all this stuff is like past few years, I've kind of like figuring all this stuff out, that I can have multiple jobs. And I think the more people I know, especially in LA, I can't speak about any other place, but everyone I know is doing something else as well.
Right.
And it's cool that we don't have to say that we are one thing. I am I do a lot. I'm thinking about going to school to be a therapist too. Like so I don't feel like there's right now, at least I don't, there's no boundaries. And I like being able to have multiple jobs.
Right.
And there's no, I don't think it puts pressure on, I mean, yeah, there's probably a little bit of pressure on Pilates to make a living, but also I don't feel pressure. It's like I'm doing something and I'm good at that too. And I'm helping people. And it's kind of like trusting that just trust. Like I'm pushing right now. I have an audition tomorrow. Like it's
congratulations.
Well, I mean, thank you. It can all work together, I think. And then if it's not, then you realize this isn't working anymore, and that's okay. Right. I think letting something go is also really important when it's not serving you. So right now, I can do it all.
Right.
And it's great to have that outlet and fitness and be able to also kind of mix them together somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that that's an interesting point? Do you think that a lot of us do, because we know that bringing in income is an important part of life. Living. I guess. Because I would love to be a free thinker and just do what you're passionate about, and I'm all for that. I'm an advocate for that. At the same time, it is a bit of slight pressure though, with doing something that you're passionate about that may not be bringing in any substantial income, as opposed to, because sometimes we don't just go to school for what we really want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like we figure it out down the line.
And you have to be open to that.
I went to school for a whole nother thing, and then I'm doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, do you think that hinders us a little bit because of life obstacles, upbringing? I'm going somewhere else with this, but at the same time, I feel like it all ties in because the way that you broke it down, like I connected with that in a way. Like, I just wanted you to kind of go a little bit deeper with it because I'm just trying to give people a broad understanding on exactly what you're saying, because it's not like you're downplaying the situation. You know what I mean? Like, just your perspective on the way that you mentally moving to make things, because you seem to be in a great space mentally.
I am, and that's. Now, I don't want this to come off like, ugh. I live when I wake up. Mm-hmm. I'm a happy person, so I wake up at a level that is happy. Right. Now, so with the way I navigate,
you got a question there too.
This stuff, when I'm not where I want to be,
right?
Financially, or I'm stressed out because I'm not doing all the things
That's what I want to tell. Now we're going where I want to go with it now, Hill. Seriously, because people really, like, your opinion matters. and now we're having a real conversation. That's where I want to go with it.
Sure.
This is it.
So this sounds like a silly thing to say, but I have so many people around me that support me in,
Right.
just as like, I'm very, very close with my family.
Right.
Very, very close.
That's awesome. That's great.
And my friendships are like the top thing for me. So my
Right.
friendships and my family. The way I work, I am a pretty tenacious person. So I have an idea of where I want to be.
Right.
And I will do it immediately. Like I'm not going to wait for someone to tell me what I should do.
Right.
Now, if I can't, there's a lot of time where I can't figure it out. I can't figure out how to go to the next step, how to grow my business, for example, how to, make a movie so that I can actually, so I can act, whatever that thing is that I'm looking to do that's going to satisfy me. And then I'll ask people who have done it, or I ask for help. I ask for help a lot. I go to therapy. Like I'm really curious. Like I want to know what other people are doing. Now that's I try not to compare myself to other people, which I do anyway, and it's terrible. But I don't have a negative outlook. So in the back of my head, when stuff is going terribly, for example, /2020, there's still this optimism, and I'm convinced that I have people around me that if something ever went badly, I wouldn't suffer. I wouldn't be in trouble because I've got the support. Right. And if that means if I was doing really, I've always been good with finding money for I find it, I make it happen. Right. Like that was I've struggled, and I'll probably struggle again. Right. And it's, I guess, looking long term, because I think if we just continue to look short term, it's going to be really depressing. Right. And I really connect with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like not really trying to, but I just feel like it's important to, because these were some of the questions that people were asking, because sometimes we can create a certain type of illusion on social media and stuff like that. But with you have done some predominant things in life. And what you're doing right now, I think from the videos, I just like people connect, people are in search of good energy in whatever form or fashion that it is right now. I think that within this pandemic, and I think that what you're doing, I connected to it immediately. Well, that's so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I connected with, that's why we getting ready to do an interview, and I'm still just liking everything and going, because I'm liking everything that you're doing, because it's good, wholesome energy. It's like you're not even trying to even be nothing but yourself. It's like, talking like the cat and the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like I love that Hillary teaches you things. Like that's funny, right? Yeah. Really inspired that. But I connect with it because I feel like it's organic. It's like you're not even trying to be somebody who's trying to be in the light or none of that stuff like that. You're like really trying to, just do something good. Thank you. I want to do something good. I love it, Hill. I love it. Thanks. I think, that's the thing with teaching these Zoom classes, with Pilates Zoom classes. I think we're all looking for connection right now more than ever. And so what I love about that is that you create this little community, and either with, community, but just with the other people in the class, or if it's just like one-on-one privates with me, there's a level of I'm here with you, even though I might not be next to you. And we can still chat, and we can still vibe and feel each other, feel what's happening in your life. Right. And God, we need it more than ever right now. So yeah. Right. Yeah, we definitely do. I would like to get your perspective, because like I said, we're covering a lot, and I feel like your opinion and your thoughts matter. Fan question, they want to get your opinion, and this guy is his name is Jameson from Memphis,
and he wanted to know your thoughts on racial injustice. How do you feel about everything that's been going on thus far?
Things need to change. I need to change faster. And it's in the beginning, it felt really helpless and really, really, really sad.
Right.
And heartbreaking. And I want to be a part of change and not just be a watch, someone who's in the stands. And I will continue to be an ally because I can't live in a world that treats people of color like second-class people. I just can't. It's
right. Yeah, definitely. You know, you know your upbringing, and I'm connecting with your energy and just the way that you deal with people. You're just a ball of light, like I said, and you know you probably have friends from all over the world, all different types of nationalities, and do you try to within Pilates classes and dealing with people, because like you are working with people on an individual basis, do you feel like it kind of brings healing? We know in a physical way, but do you think that it in a way that it brings some form of mental healing as well, and by connecting with you know, having that one-on-one type of time?
It has to, because your tool is your body. And just like in like somatic therapy, when you're releasing these so when we have tension in our body of mental, stuff is going on in your life and you're going through stuff, it can build in your body, right? And you hear all these stories, people all of a sudden release it, they breathing into certain parts of their body and releasing, and all of a sudden they're crying, whatever. So creating movement that is specific and has intention behind it is incredibly beneficial for clarity and becoming more still and more present with your reality and where exactly you are. Even when I am teaching, I am in the moment. I am not thinking about what I'm doing, in 10 minutes from now, or what the guy that I'm thinking, like it makes you so present. And I think meditation, and I think mindfulness and becoming more aware of your surroundings and the people that you're affecting is all kind of encompassing. So yes, I think Pilates, being with someone, working with them one-on-one, I think it'll bring them joy because they're exercising, and that feels good because you're releasing endorphins. That feels great. Right. And then you think of the mental aspect of it, which is just like clarity and feeling like you are right where you need to be. And I think it's really important.
Right. In 2020, what, because we've had to change up a lot of things as we knew it. Right now, with the way that life is for us right now, what would Hilary Curwen say that where have you found your happy median, your space of happiness and peace within being restricted from life as you knew it up until this point?
That's a good question. I've realized that it's so interesting how I wanted, part of me was like, I'm not, don't have to talk about fitness and that. And then immediately I was like, but that's what brings me the most solace. That's like, it's actually been helping me. This is so I think having my little sister live in LA, she's lived here for about a year now. Having her around is hugely impacted my well-being, because I feel like I can call her and just hold her and cuddle and just be with her all the time. Like she's like my little baby.
Right.
And then it's also when I go for a run or like a jog, a walk, whatever, in my neighborhood. And I do that every day for an hour. And every single day. And there is something so freeing about that. It's like sweating it out. It's listening, maybe just, listening to music. Just, it's like my time, because when I'm teaching and I'm teaching Pilates, that's not really my time. I'm doing it for them. I'm here for you. I'm here to support and to be a teacher.
Absolutely.
So that run, walk thing that I do, it's not really about me trying to like, hey, I gotta go burn 1,000 calories right now. It's more about, this is my space, and I get to be around people, and I get to be out in the world. And then eating cookies, of course. So that's all three of those things. Right.
Absolutely. I just think that I don't want to come off all spiritual and all that stuff or whatever, but I do feel like a higher being is doing something with the world right now, because so much has happened in the world. You know what I mean? And that's why when I see the things that you're doing, it's so totally the opposite of what's going on out there in the world. It's like walking out. It's like, with being connected to you, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, a good laugh, we can get some exercise in, blah, 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 just have a good time, as we know. And then like, we disconnect. It's like, it's the world and chaos, protest, everybody. Can you imagine it? Just and then you plug into, you know what I'm saying, Hillary, you for your guys, okay, and then it's just chaos.
Yeah.
It's just chaos, But you said, quote, as a certified personal trainer and Pilates instructor, my goal is to help working professionals reclaim the strength and validity of their youth by creating a deep connection with their body in order to cultivate energy even after long, what is that? Arduous?
Oh, arduous. Yeah.
Day at a desk. I like that. Can we touch on that a little bit?
Well, so I said that in return. This was back right before the pandemic. And so I had said, this is my business model was going to work, people's homes or offices with, equipment and all that stuff, because I was seeing how I had so many clients and friends who would be done with work and they would just be tired, or, they'd have shoulder issue and their back is bothering them. It's fine. I'll figure it out. And I think because my body is my biggest tool, and it's been as an actress, as a fitness professional, like I have to use this and take care of it so much because this is all I got.
Right.
And so when I would hear people complained about not having the energy and not having the strength to do this, and picking up boxes was really exhausting when moving, I wanted to give something that I have been able to cultivate, which is like all of that from Pilates, from working one-on-one. You are getting your strength.
Right.
You are getting the energy that you used to have. Like you're regaining your strength and energy after even working so hard during the day. Like it's possible. It's possible. Right. And it feels really good when it's the hardest part. Honestly, I remember someone saying this quote, like when it came to working out, the hardest part about working out is like walking into the gym. And this is like opening the door is the hardest. And I totally believe that when it comes to working out on Zoom, the hardest part is going, I gotta like open it now. That's because where we're at right now. totally get it. So having someone to cheer you on and to be someone to be accountable for is necessary so that you can actually be guided and coached through to actually do the work. And then you feel really good.
Yeah, you do.
No one ever regrets working out. They're not like, I shouldn't have worked out.
Right.
I feel so good. I shouldn't have worked out. So I want to spread that. And it started with my sister. My sister is someone who doesn't really enjoy, she doesn't love working out. I love it. I love it so much. It's fun. I really do. So people that don't love it, I want to help them. Maybe they don't have to love it, but help them create a routine and a pattern so that they notice in their body and in their mind how much it's made a difference. And it does. It does.
Right. It definitely does. I totally agree with you on that. I do think that it is mental, and it does help when you have somebody else connected with the process. I think that, it does inspire and motivate you, even, when you thinking about you can't get that last rep in some kind of way mentally, just hearing Hilary like, come on, give me one more, you got it. You feel the will, you get the willpower to just get that last set in.
And you have someone there. I think if you're doing it on your own, I don't want to work out by myself. I get it. So because I can say, I'm going to do 20 push-ups and then 10 push-ups and I'm like, I'm going to go eat something. So having someone, yes, it's great to have me. I love to support push people, but having someone there makes you mentally go, well, I have to because she's right here. So
right. Now, is the goal, is there other people within your company that's working with you, or it's just you still in the building process, and what's the projected future goal to have other instructors that you can train to come under your administration and your style and technique of the way that you're doing it? Is that the future goal, or where are we at with it right now? Because I want to put this information out there for people.
Yeah. So what I would want is to, at this point, it kind of changed a little when I started working virtually. And then I realized I really loved doing virtual. I loved it. So ideally, I have a subscription service right now on my website for people that don't want to take live classes or anything, that want just to pay a monthly amount and have 10 classes, and they can do whatever they want at the end. I think eventually I would like to do just private in person, which is I'm back to a few people that I'm doing privately in person, and then continue the subscription model, because I love this virtual idea because I like reaching out to as many people as possible. I have people in New York, I have people
all over the world.
I have people all over the world that are taking my class either live or they're taking the recorded class.
But I do know that you are a physical person. You love people.
Yeah.
Now, how hard is it for you to transition to because hopefully, and we are praying, all of us as a global family, we are praying that things could get back to normal as we know it. But are you looking at this as a permanent thing here, or I know that you like people now?
I know. So that's the thing. So I want to do all of it. I want to do it all.
Come on, we gotta clone you. We gotta clone you.
And I don't want anyone to work under me. I actually don't want to have more people work for me, because the way I teach is very specific to me. As an actress, as an improviser, when I teach a class, a lot of it is what I want. So if I'm in the mood for this, my body, I'm going to figure out ways to work this. And I'm making up things as I'm going. So I can't teach that style. That's my thing. And I love it. I like to cultivate it. But no, I want to do it all. I want to, when we're back to normal, whatever that is, I want to continue teaching in person privately, because I love teaching one-on-one. I think it's you create this really deep
different experience, right?
I want to continue virtual classes because I love the idea of not having to drive to a studio. I like when the amount of time that we spend driving to get somewhere, at least in LA, is such a thing. So I think that, and I'm a big proponent on my time. I don't like wasting my time. I don't like wasting other people's time. So that's a big thing. I'm a New Yorker. Like, it's just like on time, like always. And so the goal is to continue to build virtual, but then have those in-person private clients, and then maybe teach like one class or two a week that are at a studio. I was doing a lot more, but I think just one or two.
Right. Fan question: Have you ever heard that you could have played the part in Sex in the City?
I have. Multiple times, baby.
A million times. Man, if they had a lookalike contest, you got it hands down.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So you heard that before plenty of times.
Many a time. Yeah.
Wow. You know what they say though? They say that we have a twin in this world somewhere. I have not met mine yet.
Oh, see, most people meet me and they go, "Oh, my friend, you remind me of my friend." I have gotten that so many times that usually my answer is like, "Yeah." I know.
That's what I'm saying. You're the one. You're the chosen one. I think you are the chosen one, man. Now, that would be dope. And I think that's something that you would be able to maintain when things be able to open back up, because it would just take basically structuring to be able to. So that would be appointment based as far as like the one-on-one type situations, and the virtuals would be. So are we looking at like maybe possibly a future visual video coming out? Because I know you're doing the YouTube things or whatever. People can connect there, but are we thinking are we doing taking it to another level with it possibly?
So I have these like on my I have a YouTube page that's like very small. They're like 20-minute like free videos that I give out, workout videos. But then I have a library of about 40 classes that are full length. They're 45 to 50-minute classes, and I've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And so that is all. So when you buy a month subscription, you have access to all of those classes.
How much is a month subscription?
So right now that's $50 a month. And so you've got 10 beginner, 10 intermediate, and then I think 15 advanced. And you can do them as often or as little as you want. And that's really good in terms of a month worth of classes. So I'm trying to be the same amount. I don't get competitive with other companies and instructors that are doing that.
Right.
I want to be affordable, and at the same time,
That was going to be my next question was as far as how can I say this? Because we just brought up something that brought up a point that I wanted to go there as far as other, and I don't want to say competitors, but other people in the line of business that you're in or whatever. What makes you different? Like what would stand out to the point to where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go to Tracy Williams. I'm going to go to Hill.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean?
And I think that is very specific in terms of energy. So I am not, first I have to tell you what I'm not. I teach the way I want to be taught.
Right.
So I am a like energetic person, and that's the way I teach, but I'm not yes, keep it going. Like that is not, I'm very real and I'm normal. I don't like people teaching me that are like extra. So so that's my style.
Come on, guys, come on, let's go. You can do it. Come on.
That's not my vibe. So it's what makes me different is just the way, my vibe and the way I teach. Also, I teach with a challenge. The way I teach is very challenging. So even a beginner's class is going to be very difficult, except it's going to be difficult in the way that you can still handle it. So I push people to their limits, but I'm also taking care of you because I understand the body very well. And so I can understand what works and what is going to be too much. And so I can work with, pre and postnatal women, people are pregnant, with people with injuries. So I specialize in modifications for people who might not normally be able to just go to a regular class.
Right.
I still want to make it challenging for them. So the goal of the way I work is I'm going to get you to sweat. I'm going to train your body in the most efficient and effective way possible and keeping it safe. So you'll be done with this workout feeling like that was really hard, but you can handle it and it feels good in all the right places because you didn't strain any part of your body.
Right. Got you. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Let's do some shout outs, man. Let's get some shout outs to people that you got love for, your fans, your Pilates family, anybody, your family, anybody that you want to give some love to. Let's give some love. We need love. Let's give some love.
I want to give love to my little sister who's going through a hard time right now, Claire. And
shout out to Claire.
Shout out to Claire. It's great. And my friends who've been in my quarantine bubble, my roommate, Leah, and one of my best friends, Jen, and Alexa, and Amanda. Yeah, they're my girls.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And shout out to you, your Pilates family, all the people that supporting the brand, your clients. Man, we just want to give love to all of those people for being so supportive towards the movement and the brand, and also any ways that we can help as far as pushing the brand out, or whatever. Just let me know. We connected now, because once you do the Vibe Show, you are a part of the Vibe family. So welcome to the Vibe Show family. We just building a support movement, and we all support each other. And that's what we do. So you'll probably see people popping up supporting your page and supporting your things that you're doing. That's the movement. That's what the Vibe is all about. Growing and supporting one another and elevating each other, forward motion. So
that's dope.
Good about that. Let's put the social platforms out there, and ways that people can actually get connected with you. And anything else that we need to plug in, go ahead on and plug that in. Sure. I got stuff scrolling down there at the bottom for the people who are paying attention to that.
So Instagram, I have two. I'm using one of them more. So at Hilary Curwen, HILARYCURWEN. That's kind of my everything.
You got the right one up there?
You have the LA Private Pilates one, which I don't use as much. That is my company, but I have it. But I ended up kind of moving everything to my name, my general one, just because I like kind of having everything there.
Okay.
So yes, at Hilary Curwen, and then Instagram. That's my Instagram, and then Facebook, LA Private Pilates page, and yeah.
Website www.laprivatepilates.com.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Instagram is at Hilary Curwen.
Yes.
And Facebook is LA Private Pilates.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. Absolutely. Now, we got that out the way. Now, is it anything, what else can we look forward to, like, in the future? Is it anything else? Because we know that, of course, you're going to continue to do the virtual classes, and also you're going to be back when things open back up, back doing private sessions as well. What else? Because I mean, you're doing it all. What else? Yeah. What else do we look forward to?
I'm doing. I just started doing small group, like with friends, groups of friends. So I'm doing that virtually right now. So I'm doing prenatal small group that's like a group of 5 women who are pregnant. So it's a very different type of workout than when you're not. Yeah. And then lower back pain. So I have a small group of friends who've got like low back pain. So I'm specializing in these little groups for people to do with their friends. So it's the same rate as a private, but you get to split that among your group of friends. So between 1 and 5 people. And I feel like that's really effective because friends can work out with each other. And if they've got issues that make it harder for them to work out, it gives them some more guidance and a little bit more special one-on-one attention.
Right. Unicorns too. A short film. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you got Malik in there. I mean, like, yo.
Yeah.
Like, what's the connection? What's the connection? That he's a legend. That's like.
I know, he's the best. Yeah, no, that film was awesome, and I did that. I produced that movie and started it because I loved this script, and I don't get to play characters who are depressed and have got like stuff going on, and so that's like my jam. I just like connecting with humans and understanding what's going on in people's brains that I would never normally be cast as. And so I made that movie with a great cast of people and an awesome director.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Awesome. Where can the listeners get that at?
So that's still, even though film festivals are all virtual right now, I've got, it's going to be it's going to be showing at the Newport Film Festival in a few weekends. So they can't see it publicly right now, but you can follow at Unicorns, the film on Instagram, and then eventually it'll be up on like Vimeo or something. But right now,
it's going to hit Netflix possibly.
Sorry,
is it going to hit Netflix possibly?
No, shorts don't do it really because it's a short film, only 20 minutes. But I'll put it up on probably Vimeo or something so that everyone eventually when festivals are done, because when you're at festivals, you can't really show, you can't have it like public, so I have to wait.
Is it possibly going to be a full film? I mean, I could see that.
No, it's not. I don't think so. I think it was a beautiful as a short. I think
it really was, man. Like, but it's also a teaser. Like, it's like something that good. I'm like, okay. The minds is gonna go crazy. Like, yo.
Yeah, no, it was really cool to make, and like it was great, but it was also lovely as a short. I loved it like that.
It was dope. Dope. I'm not gonna lie, man. Definitely, I love it.
Oh, good.
Now, so what can we look forward to in the future? What can we look forward to in the future?
I mean, I would love to build this Pilates business into like I look up to someone like Tracy Anderson. I love the way her style of teaching and her like empire. And that's what I like. I love that kind of an empire where it's grows to this, huge virtual platform and it's available for everyone to do. So that's my goal.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I just want to thank you so much. I enjoyed myself. I'm so glad that we are connected now. It's just so important to connect with good people, man. I'm just so excited about that. You already know you have to come back on here again. We got to have you back on here. And anytime you want to come back on here, all you got to do is just reach out. We are connected now. You're part of this family. Whatever you got going on, you need promoted or whatever you need done, all you got to do is hit me up. And it's done automatically. You guys make sure that you follow my special guests at social media platforms. That's www.laprivatepilates.com. On Instagram, it's at Hilary Curwen, and Facebook, it's LA Private Pilates.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure that y'all get connected. Before we get out of here, we know that a lot been going on in 2020. A lot of lives been lost. People lost loved ones. People out of jobs. Just protest. Just people are just upset and just angry and just nothing but horrible vibes out there in the world. We got election. We got corona. We got everything going on. And you just for anybody who may just be just super low in spirit and feel like just giving up, just feel like there's no hope. Can you give them some words of uplift and encouragement, please, before we get out of here?
Breathe. This too shall pass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, we can't wait to get you back on here again. For me, the Vibe team, eSource and Plug Star, we are wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing right now and everything that you're going to be doing in the future. We love you and we can't wait to get you back on here again.
So much. This is so fun.
Absolutely. It's the Vibe Show with my special guest, the one and only Hilary Curwen. We love you.
Just keep it secret. But the feeling of chest like a heart attack. When we go in the
That was my special guest, the one and only Hilary Curwen. Now you got to love that angel right there, man. Y'all make sure that y'all go log on to that website right now, www.laprivatepilates.com. And get connected, man. Wellness to the health is so important. And you want to connect with such good energy, man. I'm telling you. Also, follow on Instagram at Hilary Curwen. Also on Facebook, it's LA Private Pilates. Make sure that you guys get connected. Also, make sure that you log on to the Vibe Show 97.9 right now, man. We got that official website. If you guys want to stay connected with all of the latest updates and more exclusive interviews to come, also nothing but amazing music streaming 24/7. Log on right now, www.thevibeshow979.net. Also, make sure that you subscribe right now. If you enjoyed this episode, my special guest, the one and only Hilary Curwen, you make sure that you subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button, man, and turn on those notifications because we got more exclusive interviews coming up. Also, make sure that you follow me at the Vibe Show 97.9. Follow me on Instagram, KNOTHEDON2975. Man, I love y'all. I got to get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all be safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Do whatever you got to do to stay safe, man. Don't take it lightly. Love your life, man. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Be careful, man. Remember, peace, love, and happiness to everybody, man. It's so easy to love. It's so hard to be angry and mad and upset. I love y'all. It's the Vibe Show 97.9.